Hello everyone. This is Sarah. I'm going to do a reading for this channel. Thank you for subscribing. For the few subscribers, my videos. I don't do these videos to entertain a mass of people. I do these videos to get out a message for maybe very few people who are having a certain connection. You're on a twin flame journey. You want physical union. There's karmic involved. There's soulmates involved. There's toxic people involved. There's supportive people involved. There's your soul family involved. I don't want to always point out on the things that might be challenges, but also supportive. Okay, on your journey. So I picked this card up and I started recording, and then I realized that I was really getting off the path because it was longer, and I want to jump into doing these readings for you guys so you don't have to listen to a bunch of gibberish or so I'm doing a reading on whispers of love. So here we go. We have this card here. It's the heart of the matter. There is more going on than what meets the eye. So I'm speaking about perhaps if you are having some distance with your twin flame, like you don't, or your counterpart, or your divine love, your true love, soulmate. Okay, you're having some distance with communication, like either they refuse to have a conversation with you in person, or they blocked you, or they're non-responsive, or you haven't seen them for a couple months, or you haven't communicated thoroughly for a year. Don't always make assumptions. I've said this in another. I have another channel, so I do a lot of talking in that channel, and I do graphs and charts. This specific one, I'm doing readings to help you guys navigate through any mostly karmic resistance, blockages, obstacles, mountains. Okay, so don't always assume what you see is what it is. Okay, if there's been first of all, if there's been any type of change, and that change can be your twin flame blocking you, that is a change. That means there's a shift in some sort of emotional feeling going on with your counterpart. That could be and that is a benefit for you. If your twin, if you've been like in connection, whether you have face-to-face connection or you have some sort of electronic communication through emails or messenger, social media, and you find out that you no longer have your line of communication has been shut down, but it's always been open. Like you've had your tools for communication has always been open, but now it seems like there's been a shutdown in communication. That just means, don't take it as a bad thing. It just means that there's something going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. Don't take it as, okay, this is the end. This maybe he or she's going back to their spouse, or maybe they're committed to not leaving the relationship. Maybe they promised they're going to leave the relationship. They're going to go, you guys are going to go work things out to have physical union, or they just remove themselves from your any kind of communication. That is a good thing, because that means there's some thought going into that. And what is that thought? The thought is that there's some inner work for your partner, your divine partner, your counterpart, your twin flame, your other half, your masculine energy. If you're feeling like that is the masculine energy, that masculine energy is going within. So don't worry about it. Your karmic, maybe there's something going on with his or her karmic. Maybe the divine masculine is finally they need that disconnect, but it's not really an energetic disconnect, because you're always going to be connected. Okay, this is your birthright. This is your divine righteous union, physically and energetically. But it starts with energy first. It starts with the love within you first, and then that triggers So I don't want to say trigger. It's the energy is sent out into the universe, and it's reaching somebody. Okay, it's reaching somebody that resonates with it's somebody that's matches your desires, your twin flame. You match, your energy matches your twin flame, your twin flame. So they're getting that. They're getting that energy, and sometimes blocking is a way for them to to physically deal with it, but it's not dealing with it energetically, because that just means, okay, they're blocking you, and just look at it as a good way, that they're blocking you because they need to deal with things on the inside. They need to deal with their karmic partner. Perhaps they're married and they're trying to work things out, and they just don't want to have they need to conserve all that energy to deal with the karmic stuff that they're going through. Okay, like their spouse, or their toxic relationship, or somebody that's just here because they're in agreement with, before we were born, they're in agreement with having certain lessons, or certain relationships, so that they can evolve to be that 100%, that 100%, your counterpart, so that you can be in union together physically. Okay, and whatever they have to deal with, they can only get that lesson through their karmic partner. Their karmic partner is teaching them how to evolve. Okay, and maybe that's the only purpose of that, or maybe the only purpose was to have children and bring children into this world. Maybe that's why your twin flame has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. Maybe that was just his purpose, to be able to father these children and have some lessons learned from the experience of being a father, okay, or a mother, if you're talking about your twin flame who's a female. So don't always assume, just because they block you, that that's over. It's not. Doesn't mean it's over. It just means things are working in your favor. Things are working out. That's a benefit. Like, okay, you're like, you've had on and off communication for maybe 3 years, or maybe 5 years, or maybe 10 years, and they've never done anything drastically. Like, they've always hung around, but they're not always responding to you. But then something happens in a major way. This is a big shift. This is a big change. Okay, that means that you've done your inner work. You've done the inner work, where now the ball is in the masculine's park. It's in their court, and they are working things out. It would be unusual if you had this twin flame connection, and there was nothing going on with your counterpart. Like, they didn't do anything. Everything was just neutral. Your communication was constantly neutral, the same. That means that there's no evolution. So this blocking, or this distancing, or vanishing, or disappearing, or ghosting, or not communicating to you, or not speaking to you in a way that you can feel that there is a connection, that is a benefit. It's a change. That change is necessary to trigger more the inner work with the masculine. Okay, you've done your inner work. Most of us females, we've all done our inner work, and I'm not, for the few of the male, I know some of you guys. I think maybe some of you guys are on my Facebook. That I know that you guys are also conscious and aware, and that your counterpart is is a female. That's the same thing. If you're not hearing things, or if you're having some sort of communication with them where they're not really, they're very short with what they say, and they're not, you're not hearing, like you sense there's okay, they're holding back on something. That's more like a female thing, and something, that, I guess that's more of an energy has I want to say that they're not confident in expressing themselves, and that can be in a male or a female. So if you are dealing with a female who's not wanting to open up and say all these things, it's because they've got to they got inner work to do. So that's a good thing. If you what would you want somebody that's always telling you everything all the time, and on cue, talking to you all the time, and never having any sort of any sort of low feelings or emotions, or sharing or having some emotional feelings, because the emotional feeling is helpful. It's helping to serve you to better yourself, to deal with things, to practice with things. So when you are in physical union, that you can actually communicate with each other, and have an understanding of each other's feelings. And your twin flame is with a karmic partner. They're learning all that. They're learning the skills that they need to have an awesome relationship when they're in physical union with you. And it's the same thing if you are with a karmic. You're married to a karmic. You can say, okay, this relationship that I'm in. I have a twin flame, and I'm married to somebody else who's not my twin flame. You can say that this person is someone who's teaching you lessons, someone who's making you better, evolving you. And you were in contract with this person before you were born. You're saying, okay, I need to have all these experience with this person. I need somebody that's going to show me how to love myself better by maybe mistreating me, but you don't want to be staying in that relationship. You just have to acknowledge and recognize it when you are in a relationship that's not serving you. And sometimes to know that, and to know what a real relationship is, you've got to have the experience of having a relationship that's not serving you. You got to have it's like you got to know and understand what the light is, only to experience. You have to be experiencing the darkness to know what the light is. And so I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys got something out of this video. Just don't this is just one card, and so don't it says there's more going on than meets the eye. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. The universe is working in your favor. The universe has set you and your twin flame up to have karmic connections, so that you guys can evolve and have union, and be really clear that this connection is a divine connection, and you are in agreement with that. You're fulfilling your destiny being in physical union. Okay, that's my message. Thank you for subscribing again. Thank you for tuning in. Look forward to you guys can look forward to more videos from me. I have a different setup. I'll share a little bit more. I wanted to say this in the beginning, but sometimes you guys need to get the message first to hear it. So if you're sticking around for another minute or so, I got this beautiful wrap today. It was gifted to me. I'll see if I can show you a little bit more. It's a sari wrap that was gifted to me, and I'm really excited I was able to use it as part of my reading. And also I have some photography, so I'll be sharing a little bit more of some of the things that I do, and kind of giving you guys some tips on what things that you may encounter with your karmic. And you're not alone, okay? So the universe is with you and supporting you through this journey, okay? All right, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.